I want to build a story, a huge flex on society. Here's the flex. The show is called Woke, and the description of the show is like, I really didn't like how people to write good stories and thinking, I'm an LGBTQ and whatever the fuck. I'll make the description better, right? But the point I'm making is, I want to write a show. I want to write a show with like max pride. We're talking like all the characters is gay, lesbian, whatever. But build amazing, fucking groundbreaking stories. Some might be generic, but some would be groundbreaking, right? Stories around the characters. So my first season plan is basically this, right? I'm going to start the first episode with an episode called Deus Ex Machina, right? So it's basically going to give you the Deus Ex Machina, which is like somebody's come and solve the problem. So in the first episode, a bunch of characters will be introduced, be loved off, because I'll make them super lovable. And then in the end, it would be in a situation that only a random stranger could save them, and then the introduction of Gay would come in. So it's basically a character that Gay, because I told you the show is like a whole pride show, and he's like fucking strong and buff. Like, you gotta look up Nanami from JJK. All you have to like is basically like it's just Batman, basically. Right? And he's a racist situation. Then we go through a whole story progression with multiple characters. But the main story is somebody called the Pimp. So basically, the Pimp is a character that is wanting money. I wanting to actually just be successful. And what he did... What he did was he have girls working for him sex-wise. But you thinking that as like the viewer. But he actually don't have girls working for him. So he have one girl. Just one. Actually, just one. And what happened is it have a plot where so the plot is where he bought the girl and was like trying to like just not fucking die, because he's like a broke normal guy, like just no money, nothing. And then he buy the girl and just get a girl. He buy the girl from like a fucking war or something that was taking place. Obviously, I'll express the plot very amazingly. Yeah. So he bought the girl from this place, and then he ended up like sex trafficking her, because that's the best way to make money. But then later down in the middle of the season, he realized that, hey, if this girl actually run a successful company, I could make more money. And he talked to the girl and he learned about AI. And he built the first multiple AI drone destroyers. And he keeps telling them to the military, but not him, it's the girl, right? And this girl ended up becoming a multi-millionaire. And then it ended up with a final showdown with him versus like all of Woke, which is like the main characters. And like he obliterated them, because like there's like semi-normal people because they're super soldier level. But he have like drones and weapons and fucking AI. He absolutely obliterated them, and it took like, then obviously the Deus Ex Machina scene, because Gay is so powerful, come back, and then basically it's like Jack Reacher is Gay, the character. If he was actually making it a live action, is Jack Reacher. If it is like animated series, we're looking at more Nanami from JJK kind of vibe, right? But then the final showdown takes place between Gay and two other members. Actually before that, I actually had a plan before that where the fucking Pimp fights Lesbian, and Lesbian is like a Wonder Woman, no more Green Lantern type character, and gets absolutely clapped. Like it's insane how clapped she get. Dog, the way I put in the art into the fucking screen, it's fucking amazing. Yeah. So basically, Lesbian loses to the Pimp, right? in a very epic way because like she lose after like the most well written story in cinema, which I go and create. I really don't know if I should spoil it for you know what? You should give me a call. Right? But after this takes place, right? After this whole battle takes place, the pimp won. Like not won, the pimp just exists normally after that. And they end up making the girl be free and normal and stuff. And the end credits, the girl just keep giving the pimp money. And then season 2, if you want to make a season 2, I have a season 2 in mind, but like if you want to, but like that story was so well wrapped up there because it's like a everybody wins type of situation, villain, heroes, everybody. What happened is the girl was more aware because it's like a type of awareness situation because the character wasn't aware that it was abused. But the thing about it is, if somebody aware that abused and accept it, I was like, okay, cool, I'm abused, but I still benefiting from the situation, it creates such a beautiful dynamic. I need you to listen to this. I hope you listen to this.